mom could end up paying child support for some other guy's kids.
So
it's
aren't
not
there
fair.
other ways to try to change this law instead of discouraging these women from, you know, being able to date?
I'm not discouraging women from dating.
You're discouraging the men from dating the women.
I'm discouraging men from dating women, not only for this reason, but also because when you date a single mom, you take on the baggage that she brings to the relationship. The ex-boyfriend, the ex-husband. You're never number one on the list. You're always at the bottom of the totem pole behind the kid, the ex-husband, the ex-boyfriend, the father of my son. I love that phrase. The father of my daughter, the father of my son. And you are down there somewhere at the bottom.
Okay, Al, let's get Jim. What do you think about this?
Like
Jim, what do you think? You agree? Do you disagree? What do you think?
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
I agree with absolutely everything you've said about single moms, and from long experience,
All right, let's go to
everything you say is absolutely
Jamie's
true.
on the phone. Jamie, what are your? Jamie's on the phone. Go ahead, Jamie. What do you think?
Oh, I disagree because, you know, you're giving single moms a bad reputation. What about the dads that left these single moms?
You slept with them and made a child with them. It's your judgment that had those dads getting in that position in the first place. All these women
You know
complaining
what?
about
But if you
deadbeat
had
dads.
made-
Why did you make kids with these guys, for God's sake? They are jerks, and you slept with them.
But if you hadn't have taken them out on such a cheap date, they probably wouldn't have.
Oh,
please. Right?
Well, the cheap dates would get you lucky. That's
You know,
the word.
if we have a lock in our audience, you were just clapping for him, but you said something to me before the show that, okay, a fan, but you want to know what?
Lives of women, like say you have 2 screenplays at DreamWorks, or tell them you're a doctor.
You pad your resume.
Yes, because any woman who sleeps with a man because he's a doctor or because he's a screenwriter deserves what she gets. I mean, if all it was about was love, it wouldn't matter what we did for a living now, would it?
No.
Right. So if a woman says, oh, I'm interested in you because you're a doctor or a lawyer, because you make a lot of money, because you're the president of Microsoft or whatever you are, that woman gets what she paid for.
So why can't she be interested in who he really is?
Good question. You should ask her that question.
I want to go to Tina. Tina, real quickly. Tina, what did you?
Yo, what's up guys? Back again with another video for the Passport Bros. First and foremost, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot and I appreciate it very, very do. Now today we have this talk show. Man, this thing was funny, I'm not gonna lie. This man was giving it up, and he was giving it up real uncut, real raw, no filter, man. Talking about single mothers and the simple fact that men dating single mothers is the utmost disadvantage. It's not beneficial for that man in any way, shape, or form. Why? Because that man will always come third place. No matter what he does, how much Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Woody you buy for shorty, no matter how much Chipotle, how much Applebee's, how much, you know, nice dinners, dates, whatever you take shorty out on, no matter how much good D you putting it down, slanging, you will always be third place. Why? Because the person who will have first place in her life, first and foremost, will always be her child. First and foremost, that mother will always put her child and her child's needs before anybody and everybody. Second place is her baby daddy. Not you, brother, not you. Her baby daddy, the first one that she really wanted to be with, that is the one that will always have her heart. Because usually, the man that the woman has her child with, especially her first child with, is the man that she thought she was gonna be with for the rest of her life. That's why she had the child with him. She wanted to be with. Quick break, guys. I just wanted to introduce to you the free money-making guide to become a passport bro and sustain your lifestyle overseas. How to make money as a passport bro working remotely. Get your guy now. Join the community. Him forever and ever and ever, like the Cinderella story. She wanted to be Cinderella, and she wanted him to be Prince Charming. But that didn't work out. That did not work out. So there's no way that you could ever, coming into the picture, dating a single mother, there's no way you could ever be first place. You'd be better off being fourth place, fifth place, whatever. Maybe even the dog might come before you. And that's obviously not a benefit to you, because you're putting her first place, but she's putting you third place. How is that fair? How is that right? How is that beneficial to you as a man? It doesn't make sense. And a lot of these people in the audience were basically agreeing with the man, and they were supportive. And a lot of stuff that he said makes a lot of sense. But there was this one woman who called in, of course, and she's saying, oh, I disagree, because, oh, what about the father? He's not around, this and that. You're giving single mothers a bad rep. As if single mothers already have a good rep. How is it that you, being a single woman, and you chose the wrong guy, 1, 2, you then chose to have unprotected sex with the wrong guy, 3, on top of that, you then chose to have a child after having unprotected sex with the wrong guy that you chose. That's like 3 permanent, life-changing mistakes within itself. You already have a bad reputation just off of that alone. And these are facts. These are factory facts. Facts.com, facts.net, facts.org. Facts! Factity facts. You chose the wrong guy. You chose him. You picked him out of all these other guys in the world. Out of all the Pookies, all the Ray Rays, all the John Quaviuses. You didn't want Joanne, you didn't want Tyrone, you didn't want Derek. You chose Jeremy. But Jeremy didn't seem to be the best guy. You saw the signs, you saw the warnings, you saw the red flags. You saw he was just an ain't-ish type of dude. And you still chose to be with him. That's your fault. And then went as far to have unprotected sex with him, not even to talk about then having a child and going through with the child with him. All these tools, all these options, all these, things that we can do in order to prevent having a child. Plan B, condoms, wrap it up. There's so many things she could have done, so many options, so many ways out, even abortion. But she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do any of those other options. But the option you did choose was the one with the wrong guy. And you expect to not have a bad reputation. How? How is choosing the wrong guy and then having unprotected sex with the wrong guy and then having a child with the wrong guy, how is that having a good reputation? Is that something good? It's not something good. The relationship within itself is a failed relationship. And then the upbringing of that child itself will also be at a disadvantage. It's just failure all around. Fail, fail, fail. Fail all around the world. 360 just failure. And you expect to not have a bad reputation, but this is the reputation that you put on for yourself. You're saying, oh, you're giving single mothers a bad reputation. No, single mothers are giving themselves a bad reputation. Why? Because they're making bad decisions. It's called accountability. responsibility. All the T's, but no degrees. See, this is the reason why we have to stay away from single mothers. Because not only will you be at a big disadvantage, a lot of times they also have a big problem with accountability. The same way how they're trying to blame the father for not sticking around is the same way that they're going to blame you for anything you do. The issue is within them. One, because they make bad decisions. They choose the wrong men. Like women, if you're a single mother in general, that within itself says you chose the wrong guy. You chose a guy that you thought was going to be around, was going to stick around, was going to be the father, was going to be a great father, was going to be whatever. But you made the wrong decision. You chose the wrong guy. But that's your fault. So you're a bad decision maker. And not only that, you then also had unprotected sex and then had a child with this guy. So you're a habitual bad decision maker. This is not just one mistake. This is 3 permanent, life-changing mistakes all in one. And if you get with this type of woman, a single mother, you're getting with a woman who's a bad decision maker. And more than likely, if she makes bad decisions by herself, don't you think she'll make those same bad decisions with you? And the question is, what does that mean? What type of bad decision? Ask yourself that question. So with that being said, guys, stay away from single mothers. Do better for yourself and want better. You deserve better. Continue to get your passports, continue to book your flights. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. If it ain't foreign, I'm ignoring. Passport Bros, we up. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, guys.